Have you ever wondered what truly sets successful people apart from those who constantly struggle? Is it talent, luck, or circumstance? The answer may be simpler than you think, yet it holds an extraordinary power: belief in oneself. This book isn't just a collection of advice. It's a call to awaken the strongest version of who you are. It will show you one undeniable truth: those who believe they can will. Join me on this journey to unlock and unleash the limitless power of inner belief and turn every dream into reality. Welcome to the very first chapter, where we unveil the core secret behind every great achievement: the extraordinary power of belief. But this belief isn't blind arrogance or naive optimism. It's an unshakable conviction, a deep-rooted certainty in yourself, your goals, and the idea that good things can and will happen. It is the very first seed that must be planted before anything meaningful can ever take root. Orison Swett Marden once declared with fierce clarity, "You can do what you think you can do, and you cannot do what you think you cannot do." This isn't just a motivational quote. It's a law of the universe. Your belief creates your reality. When you truly believe you can achieve something, your mind begins to work like a magnet, attracting solutions, people, and opportunities that help bring that belief to life. On the other hand, doubt is like an invisible anchor, holding you back, keeping you small, and preventing you from stepping outside the comfort zone. Belief is the fuel that propels you through fear, overcomes the doubt of others, and keeps you standing after every setback. It's what gives you the stamina to continue when things get hard, the vision to see beyond the obstacles, and the courage to try again, even when the world says it's impossible. So how do we cultivate and nurture this extraordinary force within us? 1. Identify and eliminate limiting beliefs. It starts with awareness. Listen closely to your inner dialogue. Are you often telling yourself, "I'm not good enough," or "I always mess things up"? These thoughts are like weeds choking the soil of your belief. Begin replacing them with empowering affirmations, positive truths about who you are and what you're capable of. Say things like, "I am capable of growth," or "I deserve success." 2. Focus on your strengths and past victories. Remind yourself of times you succeeded, no matter how small. Write them down. What are the skills that got you there? What inner strengths did you rely on? Revisit these moments as proof that you can. This list becomes your foundation, a living document of your own strength. 3. Visualize success daily. Every day, close your eyes and see it. See yourself achieving your goal. Feel the emotions, the joy, the pride, the relief. Visualization is not a fantasy, it's mental rehearsal. When you experience victory in your mind, your subconscious mind starts believing it's possible and begins working to bring it into reality. 4. Use empowering affirmations. Words shape belief. Speak life into your dreams with statements like, "I am strong. I am focused. I believe in myself." Repetition builds neural pathways in the brain. The more you affirm, the deeper those beliefs become embedded in your identity. 5. Learn from those who've succeeded. Read biographies. Listen to interviews. Surround yourself with the energy of those who have done what you hope to do. Their stories remind you that success leaves clues, and if they can, so can you. 6. Take action despite fear. Belief does not mean the absence of fear. It means moving forward anyway. Every time you act in spite of fear, you reinforce the truth that you're stronger than the thing you were afraid of, and that builds unstoppable confidence. 7. Surround yourself with positivity. Belief is contagious. Who you spend time with matters. Build a circle that uplifts you, challenges you, and believes in your potential, even on the days when you forget how powerful you are. Remember this: belief is not just a feeling, it's a force. It's the seed of every dream, every breakthrough, every story of transformation. Without it, even the greatest potential lies dormant. With it, the impossible becomes possible. So plant the seed, water it daily, protect it from the weeds of doubt and fear. And most of all, believe that you are worthy of the life you dream of, because you are. Once the seed of belief is planted, it needs fertile soil to grow, and that soil is your mind. Your mind is not just where thoughts and ideas arise. It's a living, breathing garden. What you plant in it, your thoughts, beliefs, and mental images, determines the harvest you will reap in your life. Orson Swett Martin once said, "What you focus on expands. What you nourish will blossom." Your mind is your garden. Care for it with intention. The human mind has an astonishing creative power. Everything you see around you, from a smartphone to a skyscraper, started as a single thought in someone's mind. Belief, when nurtured in the mind, turns into intention, into a plan, and finally into action. But just as a garden can grow flowers or fruit, it can also be overrun with weeds. In the mind, those weeds are doubt, fear, and pessimism. If left unchecked, these negative thoughts can choke the life out of your belief before it ever has a chance to take root. So how can we cultivate this mental garden so belief can grow strong and deep? First, choose your thoughts with intention. You may not be able to stop every thought that enters your mind, but you can decide which ones stay. Just like a gardener pulls weeds, you can remove limiting beliefs and choose thoughts that empower and uplift. Second, practice positive thinking. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means consciously focusing on the good, seeking solutions instead of dwelling on problems, and training your mind to look for opportunity even in adversity. Third, use the power of visualization. The mind responds powerfully to mental images. When you vividly imagine your success, your goals, your growth, it sends a message to your subconscious. This is possible. This is real. The clearer the image, the stronger your belief becomes. Fourth, repeat affirmations. Words are powerful. When spoken consistently, they shape the beliefs your mind holds on to. Tell yourself, "I am capable. I am strong. I have what it takes." Over time, your mind will believe you, and so will your actions. Fifth, protect your mind from negativity. Limit your exposure to discouraging news, pessimistic people, and toxic content. Just as a garden needs sunlight and fresh air, your mind needs inspiration and positivity to thrive. Sixth, keep learning. Knowledge nourishes the mind. The more you learn, the more confident and competent you become. With each new insight, you reinforce your belief that you can handle challenges and create solutions. Seventh, practice mindfulness and meditation. These help you quiet the mental noise and become more aware of your thoughts. A calm, focused mind is fertile ground for belief to grow deep roots. Eighth, keep a gratitude journal. Each day, write down what you're thankful for. This simple habit rewires your brain to focus on abundance rather than lack, making your mind more receptive to empowering beliefs. Remember, the mind is not a fixed container. It's a living system. If you fill it with positivity, belief, clarity, and purpose, it will produce the fruits of your effort, confidence, resilience, and achievement. But if you let fear, doubt, and distraction take over, those will be your harvest instead. When you treat your mind like the sacred garden it is, belief becomes not just a passing feeling, but a way of life. And from that belief, everything becomes possible. So tend to your mind daily. Weed out the doubt. Plant seeds of courage. Water them with action. Give them sunlight through inspiration. And watch how belief transforms not just what you think, but who you become. Because the most powerful place your belief will ever take root is right inside your mind. Now that you've awakened the seed of belief within your mind, a powerful question arises. What gives belief its energy? What takes silent hope and transforms it into unshakable conviction? The answer is simple yet life-altering: a burning desire. Desire is the emotional fuel of faith. Without it, belief becomes passive, directionless, like a flame without air. But with desire, belief becomes a living force, capable of bending circumstances, drawing opportunities, and pushing you forward even through storms. Look at anyone who has achieved something extraordinary. They weren't necessarily the smartest, the most talented, or the luckiest. What they had was a blazing desire that refused to be ignored. They dreamed vividly, lived intentionally, and acted relentlessly. They didn't just wish, they wanted it with every fiber of their being. Desire transforms belief from a quiet whisper to a battle cry. It turns the impossible into a challenge worth facing. Without it, even the strongest plans can fade. But with it, even the weakest start becomes unstoppable. As Orson Swett Martin once said, "Desire is the breath of faith." Without desire, faith fades into nothing. Burning desire gives your belief something to fight for. It becomes the spark that transforms your mental garden into a field of action, perseverance, and transformation. But how do you ignite that desire and keep it alive? 1. Dare to dream beyond limits. Don't let your surroundings or past define what's possible. Give yourself permission to dream boldly, even if the dream seems too big for your current reality. The size of your dream determines the size of your energy. Bold dreams fuel bold actions. 2. Find your deepest why. Ask yourself, why does this matter? What will it change in your life, your family, or even your community? Your why becomes the anchor in the storm. The deeper and more emotional your reason, the more powerful your desire will become. 3. Visualize a vivid future. Close your eyes and imagine your life once your dream is fulfilled. Feel the joy, the freedom, the pride. See it in color, hear the sounds, feel the energy. When the picture becomes real in your mind, your body begins to move toward it like a magnet. 4. Surround yourself with inspiration. Consume stories, speeches, books, and films that awaken the fire in you. Watch people who have overcome the odds. Let their fire spark yours. Energy is contagious. Surround yourself with the kind that fuels your soul. 5. Turn desire into clear goals. Desire without direction is just a wish. Channel it into specific, measurable, achievable goals. When your dreams become action steps, you stop waiting and start building. 6. Write it down and speak it aloud. Take your desire out of your head and place it into the physical world. Write it down. Speak it daily. Declare it to the universe. Words shape energy, and energy shapes action. Make your dream a part of your daily language. 7. Eliminate dream killers. Stay away from negativity, doubt, and those who belittle your vision. Protect your dream like you would a candle in the wind. Your future is too precious to be polluted by the fears of others. 8. Celebrate small wins. Every small victory is proof that you're moving forward. Don't wait for the finish line to feel proud. Every step is momentum. Every moment of progress is fuel for your fire. Remember, desire is not a one-time emotion. It's a daily decision. It's waking up and choosing your dream again and again, even when you're tired, even when no one claps, even when the results are slow. A blazing desire will whisper to you when others sleep. It will hold your hand when the world says give up. It will remind you why you started when the road gets steep. It will push you to knock one more time, try one more way, believe one more day. When belief is your compass, desire is your engine. Together, they will take you farther than logic, talent, or luck ever could. So let that inner flame grow. Feed it. Protect it. Let it roar. Because when your desire becomes unshakable, your belief becomes unstoppable. And that is when miracles begin to happen. Once your desire is burning bright and your belief begins to solidify, there is one crucial element you must establish next: a clear goal. Faith, no matter how strong, cannot fully unleash its power without a destination to move toward. A clear goal acts as the compass that directs your belief, channeling your energy and actions in the right direction. Have you ever noticed how many people work incredibly hard, yet never seem to get very far? They are like a ship lost at sea without a rudder, drifting with the tides, but never reaching a harbor. Orison Swett Martin once said, "A man without a purpose is like a ship without a rudder, a waif, a nothing, a nomad." In other words, a goal is not just a wish list. It's a commitment, a vivid picture of the future you're determined to create. When your goals are clear, your faith has something to hold on to. It's no longer just belief in possibility. It becomes belief with purpose. Your mind sharpens, your emotions intensify, and your motivation deepens. You begin to measure your progress, identify where you stand, and know what steps to take next. With each milestone achieved, your confidence grows stronger, and so does your belief. But how do we define our goals in a way that truly fuels our faith and drives us forward? 1. Dare to dream big. Never limit yourself based on your current situation. Your dreams should excite you, even if they feel impossible right now. Remember, every great accomplishment once lived in the mind of a dreamer who refused to give up. 2. Set smart goals. Use the SMART framework to transform your dreams into concrete targets. Specific. Your goal must be clear and detailed. Don't just say, "I want to lose weight." Say, "I want to lose 5 kilograms in the next 3 months." Measurable. You must be able to track your progress and know when you've arrived. Achievable. Make sure your goal stretches you but stays within the realm of possibility. Relevant. Your goals should align with your values and long-term vision. Time-bound. Give yourself a clear deadline. Deadlines create urgency and focus. 3. Write down your goals. Don't just think about them, write them down. When you write your goals, you give form to your thoughts. You turn ideas into commitments. Post them somewhere you can see daily, on your mirror, your phone, or your journal. Let them remind you every morning why you get up and fight for your future. 4. Categorize your goals. Divide your goals into different areas of your life: career, finances, health, relationships, personal growth. This helps you maintain balance and ensures you're not neglecting any essential part of your life. 5. Create a goal map or action plan. Build a visual representation of the steps you need to take. Whether it's a mind map, a checklist, or a vision board, having a roadmap makes your journey real and actionable. It becomes the bridge between belief and execution. 6. Connect emotion to your goal. Don't just think about what you want. Feel the emotions tied to achieving it. What would it feel like to live that dream? Joy, freedom, pride? These emotions add fuel to your belief. They awaken your spirit and push you through the hard days. 7. Break down big goals. If your goal feels too massive, break it down into smaller, manageable milestones. When you hit those mini goals, you build momentum, and momentum strengthens belief. Progress, even in small doses, ignites faith. 8. Review and adjust. Life changes. Circumstances evolve. Make time regularly to review your goals. Are they still aligned with your purpose? Do they still excite you? Adjust where necessary, but never lose sight of the ultimate vision. Clear goals are the starting point of every great achievement. They are the guiding stars in your sky, helping your faith navigate through every storm and detour. They give you clarity when the path is foggy, strength when the road is steep, and purpose when the journey is long. Don't let your belief drift without direction. Take the time today to define exactly what you want, to shape your dreams into destinations. Then, with unwavering belief, walk boldly in that direction. Let your goals be the compass, and let your faith be the wind at your back. No mountain is too high. No dream is too wild. No future is out of reach. If you know where you're going and you believe deeply enough to keep moving forward, this is how you keep moving. This is how you grow. This is how you rise. This is how you move forward. Now that your goals have taken shape and your belief has found its direction, there's one essential force that brings it all into motion: the power of action. Clarity gives your faith a destination, but action gives it momentum. Without action, faith is still just a dream. Without movement, even the most brilliant vision remains trapped in your imagination. Think about it. How many people around you believe in something? They talk about what they want to do. They dream, plan, and hope, but they never quite begin. Or as in Sweat Martin once said, action is the language of faith. And it's true. Without action, belief becomes a comforting illusion. It feels good in your mind, but it leads nowhere. Action isn't just physical effort. It's commitment and motion. It's the courage to show up even when you're uncertain, the discipline to follow through even when motivation fades, and the decision to move forward, especially when it would be easier to stand still. What's powerful about action is that it doesn't just produce results. It strengthens belief. Every small step you take becomes proof that you're capable. That proof feeds your faith. You begin to think, if I did that, maybe I can do even more. And just like that, you enter a positive loop. Action leads to progress. Progress builds belief, and belief inspires more action. So how do you activate this force in your own life? How do you turn faith into forward motion? 1. Start immediately. Don't wait for everything to be perfect. Don't wait until you feel ready. The perfect moment rarely comes. The first step is the most important, and it can be tiny: a phone call, a journal entry, a decision. Start before you're ready, because action creates clarity, not the other way around. 2. Break big goals into small steps. When a goal feels too big, your brain will try to protect you by avoiding it. That's why you need to break it down. What's the very first thing you can do today? Simplifying your path makes it less intimidating and more doable. 3. Set clear deadlines. Time frames create urgency. When a task has no deadline, it can stretch on forever. But when you give yourself a clear timeline, your brain shifts into gear. You become more focused, more intentional, and more likely to finish. 4. One task at a time. Multitasking splits your energy and drains your focus. Instead, give yourself permission to go all in on one task. Finish it well, then move to the next. This builds confidence and compounds momentum. 5. Let go of perfection. Perfectionism is the silent killer of action. It tells you you're not good enough, that the timing isn't right, that your idea isn't ready. Ignore it. Done is better than perfect. You can always revise, improve, and adjust later. But first, you must begin. 6. Overcome procrastination. Be honest with yourself. What's holding you back? Fear? Uncertainty? Discomfort? Identify the reason, then challenge it. Build habits that make it easier to begin, like setting a timer for 10 minutes of focused work. Most of the time, starting is the hardest part. 7. Reward progress. Every time you take meaningful action, acknowledge it. Celebrate the small wins. Reward creates emotional reinforcement. It tells your brain, this is good. Do more of this. That's how you build sustainable habits. 8. Find accountability. Tell someone your goal. Share your action plan. Let them check in on you. Accountability adds pressure, but the good kind. It gives your actions weight and makes you less likely to quit when things get hard. The power of action is what separates wishful thinking from real achievement. It is the dividing line between those who talk and those who build, between those who imagine and those who manifest. You already have the vision. You already have the belief. Now is the time to move. Not just once, but consistently, deliberately, even imperfectly. Let action become your rhythm. Let it become your language. Let it become your daily declaration. I believe in what I'm doing. I believe in the future I'm building. I believe in me. Because action is more than movement. It's belief made real. And with every step you take, you're not just chasing a goal. You're becoming the person who can achieve it. So don't wait for the stars to align. You are already ready. Take the first step. And then, take the next one. That's how dreams move forward. That's how you move forward. As action becomes your rhythm and forward motion takes hold, there's one more force you'll need to master, perhaps the most vital of all, perseverance. Because no matter how committed you are, no matter how clear your goals or how strong your faith, you will face setbacks. You will encounter obstacles. There will be days when nothing goes right, days when progress feels invisible, days when the temptation to give up whispers louder than your dreams. And it's in those very moments that the power of perseverance becomes your guiding light, the inner fire that refuses to go out. Perseverance is not just about enduring hardship. It's about believing so deeply in your purpose that you're willing to rise every time you fall. The truth is, the most successful people in the world are not those who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to quit. They see failure not as an ending, but as feedback. They stumble, they adjust, and they keep moving forward. As Orison Swett Martin once said, perseverance is the quality of the great. It turns stumbling blocks into stepping stones and barriers into bridges. Without perseverance, belief will flicker and fade in the face of difficulty. But with it, your faith is tempered like steel, stronger, more resilient, and built to last. But here's the key. Perseverance is not blind stubbornness. It's not doing the same thing over and over, hoping for a different result. True perseverance means being flexible in your strategy, but unshakable in your mission. It's the ability to pivot without giving up, to adapt without abandoning your vision. Every time you persevere, your belief grows. Every time you keep going, you teach yourself that you are capable, not just of success, but of strength. So how can you develop this vital power? How do you feed your perseverance so your faith never falters? 1. Define a purpose that matters. When your why is strong enough, you'll find the strength to endure almost any how. A meaningful goal gives you something worth fighting for. Something you'll keep pursuing even when motivation fades. Purpose fuels persistence. 2. Redefine failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Change the way you look at setbacks. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Failure is feedback. It's information. And often, it's redirection. 3. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities are not fixed. They can grow with effort, time, and learning. When you embrace challenges as opportunities to evolve, you naturally become more resilient. Perseverance thrives in those who see progress, not perfection, as the goal. 4. Find sources of inspiration. Sometimes your own voice isn't enough. So borrow strength. Read biographies of those who overcame impossible odds. Listen to stories, podcasts, or mentors who remind you that adversity is not the end. It's the test before transformation. 5. Build a support system. You don't have to be strong alone. Surround yourself with people who believe in you. People who will remind you why you started when you forget. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, a coach, or a community, connection creates resilience. 6. Practice daily discipline. Perseverance is less about heroic effort and more about daily consistency. It's doing the important thing, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline keeps you moving, one small action at a time. And those small actions become massive momentum over time. 7. Celebrate milestones. When you push through something hard, celebrate. When you finish what you started, reward yourself. This builds positive reinforcement. Your brain starts associating perseverance with satisfaction, pride, and growth. 8. Keep the faith in yourself. At the root of perseverance is one core belief. I can. You must hold on to faith in yourself, especially when the results haven't shown up yet. Believe that you have what it takes to grow, to adapt, to rise again, no matter how many times you fall. Perseverance is the flame that keeps your faith alive when the world tries to extinguish it. It's what turns hard moments into defining moments. It's what transforms struggle into strength. And it is what separates those who wish for success from those who earn it. Let perseverance become your inner standard. Let it guide you through the storms, through the slow days, through the disappointments. Because success is never built in one bold move. It's built in thousands of quiet choices to keep going. So when the path gets hard, don't ask, is this worth it? Instead, remind yourself, I've come too far to give up now. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep moving. Your faith has carried you this far. Let perseverance take you the rest of the way. As action becomes your rhythm and forward motion takes hold, there's one more force you'll need to master, perhaps the most vital of all, perseverance. Because no matter how committed you are, no matter how clear your goals or how strong your faith, you will face setbacks. You will encounter obstacles. There will be days when nothing goes right. Days when progress feels invisible. Days when the temptation to give up whispers louder than your dreams. And it's in those very moments that the power of perseverance becomes your guiding light, the inner fire that refuses to go out. Perseverance is not just about enduring hardship. It's about believing so deeply in your purpose that you're willing to rise every time you fall. The truth is, the most successful people in the world are not those who never fail. They are the ones who refuse to quit. They see failure not as an ending, but as feedback. They stumble, they adjust, and they keep moving forward. As Orison Swett Martin once said, perseverance is the quality of the great. It turns stumbling blocks into stepping stones and barriers into bridges. Without perseverance, belief will flicker and fade in the face of difficulty. But with it, your faith is tempered like steel, stronger, more resilient, and built to last. But here's the key. Perseverance is not blind stubbornness. It's not doing the same thing over and over, hoping for a different result. True perseverance means being flexible in your strategy, but unshakable in your mission. It's the ability to pivot without giving up, to adapt without abandoning your vision. Every time you persevere, your belief grows. Every time you keep going, you teach yourself that you are capable, not just of success, but of strength. So how can you develop this vital power? How do you feed your perseverance so your faith never falters? 1. Define a purpose that matters. When your why is strong enough, you'll find the strength to endure almost any how. A meaningful goal gives you something worth fighting for. Something you'll keep pursuing even when motivation fades. Purpose fuels persistence. 2. Redefine failure. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's part of it. Change the way you look at setbacks. Instead of asking, why did this happen to me? Ask, what can I learn from this? Failure is feedback. It's information. And often, it's redirection. 3. Cultivate a growth mindset. Believe that your abilities are not fixed. They can grow with effort, time, and learning. When you embrace challenges as opportunities to evolve, you naturally become more resilient. Perseverance thrives in those who see progress, not perfection, as the goal. 4. Find sources of inspiration. Sometimes your own voice isn't enough. So borrow strength. Read biographies of those who overcame impossible odds. Listen to stories, podcasts, or mentors who remind you that adversity is not the end. It's the test before transformation. 5. Build a support system. You don't have to be strong alone. Surround yourself with people who believe in you. People who will remind you why you started when you forget. Whether it's a mentor, a friend, a coach, or a community, connection creates resilience. 6. Practice daily discipline. Perseverance is less about heroic effort and more about daily consistency. It's doing the important thing, even when you don't feel like it. Discipline keeps you moving, one small action at a time. And those small actions become massive momentum over time. 7. Celebrate milestones. When you push through something hard, celebrate. When you finish what you started, reward yourself. This builds positive reinforcement. Your brain starts associating perseverance with satisfaction, pride, and growth. 8. Keep the faith in yourself. At the root of perseverance is one core belief: I can. You must hold on to faith in yourself, especially when the results haven't shown up yet. Believe that you have what it takes to grow, to adapt, to rise again, no matter how many times you fall. Perseverance is the flame that keeps your faith alive when the world tries to extinguish it. It's what turns hard moments into defining moments. It's what transforms struggle into strength. And it is what separates those who wish for success from those who earn it. Let perseverance become your inner standard. Let it guide you through the storms, through the slow days, through the disappointments. Because success is never built in one bold move. It's built in thousands of quiet choices to keep going. So when the path gets hard, don't ask, is this worth it? Instead, remind yourself, I've come too far to give up now. Keep going. Keep believing. Keep moving. Your faith has carried you this far. Let perseverance take you the rest of the way. Once you've built persistence, there's another force you must master. If you want your belief to truly take shape in the real world, that force is focus. In today's world, full of buzzing phones, endless tabs, and constant interruptions, the ability to direct your full attention and energy toward a single mission is nothing short of a superpower. Focus is what transforms belief into results. It sharpens your mind. It protects your energy. And it gives you clarity, even in the storm. Let's be honest. How often have you started the day full of intention, only to end it wondering where the time went? You were busy, but not effective. You were moving, but not forward. The truth is, without focus, belief gets scattered, effort gets diluted, and progress slows to a crawl. But when you learn to focus, really focus, your belief becomes like a beam of light. It cuts through confusion, it penetrates resistance, and it brings you closer to your goals, one step at a time. Or as Martin said, the power of concentration is one of the greatest forces of faith. It turns the scattered into strength, and the vague into clarity. Let that sink in. Focus turns your scattered thoughts into solid actions. It clears the fog. It fuels direction. And when your belief is paired with focused action, that's when momentum happens. That's when everything changes. So how do you develop this rare, valuable skill in a noisy world? Here are 10 powerful practices to help you build focus and amplify your belief. 1. Set your top priorities each day. Every morning, choose 1 to 3 essential tasks. Not 10, not 20, just the few that truly matter. Put your belief into them and let everything else wait. 2. Eliminate distractions before they eliminate your attention. Turn off phone notifications. Close unused apps and tabs. Work in a space that supports your focus, not sabotages it. 3. Use the Pomodoro technique. Work with intensity for 25 minutes. Then rest for 5. Repeat. This trains your brain to focus in short, productive bursts. 4. Create a deep work ritual. Choose a time block, maybe 1 or 2 hours, where you commit to undistracted effort. Treat it like a sacred appointment with your dream. 5. Practice mindfulness and meditation. Even 5 minutes of stillness a day can dramatically increase your ability to focus. The more you train your mind to return to the present, the stronger your concentration becomes. 6. Avoid multitasking. Multitasking sounds impressive, but it splits your energy and weakens your impact. Do one thing at a time, fully, deeply, then move on. 7. Capture distractions, don't chase them. If a new idea pops up, write it down. Don't act on it right away. Your belief deserves undivided attention. 8. Get enough rest. Focus and fatigue don't mix. A tired brain can't stay sharp. Sleep well. Eat well. Recover often. 9. Build your own focus triggers. A favorite playlist. A cup of tea. A deep breath. Anything that signals. Now is the time to lock in. 10. Reconnect with your why. When you start to drift, when your mind wanders, bring it back to your purpose. Your reason, your mission, your why is the anchor of your focus. It reminds you, this isn't just about finishing a task. It's about building a life that matters. And here's the beautiful part. Focus is not about being perfect. It's about being present. You don't need to control everything. Just control what you give your attention to right now. Because wherever your focus goes, your belief grows. So the next time you feel overwhelmed, don't do more. Focus more. Choose one thing. Give it your full heart. And watch your belief come alive. With power, clarity, and purpose. In a world of noise, be the one who listens deeply. In a world of scattered attention, be the one who moves with purpose. Focus is the amplifier of belief, the accelerator of progress, and the secret to turning intention into reality. After building focus and discipline, there comes a quiet but powerful tool that helps you deepen your belief each day. This tool is affirmation, a method not just for positive thinking, but for shaping the foundation of your identity and actions. Affirmations are intentional, repeated statements that reprogram your subconscious and reinforce belief in your own abilities and goals. People who succeed consistently often speak to themselves with clarity and confidence. They remind themselves who they are and where they're going. This is not arrogance, it's alignment. On the other hand, those who frequently engage in self-doubt or negative self-talk often find it difficult to move forward or see real progress. Orison Swett Martin once said, "What you say to yourself, you become." Words are the seeds of action, and those seeds grow from belief. Affirmations are how you plant those seeds, deliberately and with care. They allow you to take control of your internal narrative instead of letting fear or uncertainty dictate your story. The real power of affirmations lies in how they influence your subconscious mind. Your subconscious doesn't distinguish between imagination and reality. It simply absorbs what is repeated with emotional intensity. When you affirm something often enough, especially with genuine emotion, your subconscious begins to accept it as true. And once your belief is aligned, your behavior and results follow. So how can you use affirmations effectively to strengthen your belief? Start by writing them down. Choose affirmations that are specific, positive, and stated in the present tense. Instead of saying, "I will be confident," say, "I am confident." Instead of, "One day I'll succeed," say, "I am building a life of success today." Make them personal and meaningful. The more connected you are to the affirmation, the more powerful it becomes. Say what truly resonates with your goals and values. "I am creating a meaningful life" might have more weight than a generic "I am successful." Repeat them daily. Affirmations work through repetition. Say them every morning when you wake up and every evening before sleep. These moments are powerful because your mind is more receptive, like fertile soil waiting for new seeds. Speak with emotion. The more you feel the affirmation, the more impact it has. Don't just say, "I am confident," like you're reading a grocery list. Feel the confidence as you speak it. Believe it. Emotion gives the words energy. Pair affirmations with visualization. As you say the words, close your eyes and imagine yourself living them. If you say, "I am achieving my goals with clarity," picture yourself making clear, focused progress. Visualization enhances belief and creates a stronger imprint on your subconscious. Be specific. Instead of saying, "I am wealthy," try, "I am earning $5,000 a month doing what I love." The more detail you include, the easier it is for your mind to grasp and accept. Replace negative thoughts intentionally. Whenever you catch yourself thinking something limiting, counter it immediately. If you think, "I'll never make it," replace it with, "I have everything I need to succeed, and I'm growing stronger every day." Stay consistent. Like any habit, affirmation takes time to work. You may not feel different after one day or even one week, but over time, the way you see yourself begins to shift. You'll notice more courage in your actions, more focus in your decisions, and more calm in your challenges. Avoid blind repetition. Saying affirmations without meaning won't help. Instead, take a few moments to connect to the words. Look in the mirror if needed. Speak slowly. Believe each sentence, even if only a little at first. With time, that belief will grow. Affirmation is a practice of faith. Faith in your ability to grow, to change, and to rise. It's not a trick to avoid hard work. It's a mindset that prepares you for the hard work with strength and clarity. It is how you create inner certainty before external results show up. You don't have to be perfect at it. You just have to show up every day and speak to yourself with purpose. The words you choose become the thoughts you think. The thoughts you think become the actions you take. And those actions create the life you live. By practicing daily affirmation, you are choosing to believe in your future before it arrives. You are training your subconscious to expect success, to trust your efforts, and to align your behavior with your deepest goals. So speak your truth, even if it's still becoming real. Repeat your vision, even if the world hasn't seen it yet. Affirm your belief, because each word strengthens your foundation, and every repetition takes you one step closer to the person you were meant to become. Once your belief has been built through affirmation, there's one force that gives those beliefs real value: the power of completion. It's not about starting something or having a brilliant idea. It's about finishing what you start. It's the ability to carry things through, to turn vision into action and effort into tangible results. This power is what separates dreamers from doers, and it reinforces your self-belief with every small victory along the way. Think about it. How many people do you know who have great ideas but never follow through? Or they begin countless projects only to abandon them halfway? Or as in Sweat Martin once said, "What matters is not starting, but finishing." Every task you complete becomes a brick in the foundation of your belief. Completion isn't just a mechanical act. It's a practice of discipline, persistence, and the courage to overcome procrastination. Each time you complete something, you're not only achieving a result, you're telling yourself, "I follow through. I finish what I start." That's where true confidence is born. The act of finishing creates momentum. It gives you proof that your efforts mean something, that you're capable, and that your goals are possible. That proof strengthens belief. So how can you tap into the power of completion to reinforce your belief system? Break big goals into smaller steps. If a project feels overwhelming, divide it into bite-sized tasks. This makes it easier to start. And with each finished step, you'll gain energy from the small wins. Set clear deadlines and stick to them. Deadlines create healthy pressure. They force you to act, to make decisions, and to bring things to a close. Focus on one task at a time. Multitasking may feel productive, but it often scatters your energy. Give your full attention to one task. Finish it. Then move to the next. Remove distractions. Create a space that supports deep work. Turn off notifications, close and use tabs, and let others know you're unavailable during your focus time. Resist the trap of perfection. Don't wait until something is flawless before you consider it done. Done is better than perfect. You can always refine later, but completion moves you forward. Reward yourself for completing. Every time you finish a meaningful task, give yourself something: a break, a treat, a moment of gratitude. This positive reinforcement makes your brain associate completion with satisfaction and pride. Eat the frog. Begin your day with the hardest or least pleasant task. Once that's behind you, everything else feels easier, and you'll feel more in control, more accomplished, and more capable. Find an accountability partner. Share your goals and deadlines with someone who will check in. The added responsibility can provide just the push you need to stay on track and finish strong. Track your progress. Keep a log, checklist, or journal where you mark each completion. Watching your progress build over time is an excellent way to reflect, recharge, and reaffirm your belief. Completion is a habit. It's a mindset that says, "I finish what I begin." And when you develop this mindset, everything changes. Your confidence grows. Your results become real. Your belief deepens not because someone told you you're capable, but because you've proven it to yourself over and over again. Remember, ideas are easy. Plans are exciting. But only completion brings transformation. Only finishing can turn your belief into results. So don't just start, finish. Don't just dream, deliver. Make completion a part of your daily identity. Because every task you finish is one more brick in the foundation of your unstoppable belief. And over time, those small victories will build a future far greater than you ever imagined. Now that the habit of finishing is rooted in your mindset, we move to something even deeper, the quiet, relentless force behind every lasting success: hard work. In a world constantly chasing shortcuts, hard work is the long road few want to take, but the only road that never fails. It isn't just about working long hours or exhausting yourself. True hard work means showing up with purpose, doing the uncomfortable things, and pushing forward even when the rewards aren't immediate. It's not glamorous, but it's powerful. It shapes you, and it slowly forges a belief that nothing and no one can shake. Look around at those who have built something meaningful. They might have had talent, yes, but what truly set them apart was their consistency, their refusal to quit. Orson Swett Martin said, "Genius is 1% talent and 99% perspiration." That 99%, that's your sweat, your effort, your quiet decision to keep going when nobody's watching. That's where belief is built. Because every day you work hard, you're sending a message to yourself: I can do this. And when those messages pile up, day after day, task after task, they become a wall of confidence no doubt can break. So, how do you build this force into your life? How do you let hard work nurture your belief instead of drain your energy? 1. Know your why. Work becomes meaningful when you tie it to something greater. Is it your family? Your freedom? A dream you can't stop thinking about? Anchor your effort to a reason that matters, and it will carry you through the hard days. 2. Create a disciplined routine. Don't wait for motivation. Make hard work part of your daily rhythm. Set blocks of time for deep work and protect them like you would an important meeting. Over time, your habits will carry you farther than any burst of inspiration. 3. Focus on progress, not perfection. Perfection kills momentum. You don't need to do everything flawlessly. You just need to keep moving forward. Every step, however small, is still progress. That's where belief grows strongest, not from big wins, but from daily effort. 4. Eliminate distractions. Hard work requires presence. Turn off the noise. Set your phone aside. Close the tabs. Let yourself be in the moment, fully. 1 focused hour beats 5 distracted ones. 5. Take care of your energy. Hard work doesn't mean self-destruction. Sleep, eat, move your body, recharge. The goal isn't to burn out. It's to build a life where effort is sustainable. 6. Do the hard thing first. Start your day with the task you dread the most. Once it's done, everything else feels lighter. And more than that, you've already won the hardest battle before lunch. 7. Track your effort, not just your results. Some days, the outcomes won't show up yet. That's okay. Measure success by what you control: your focus, your action, your consistency. Belief isn't always about what you've earned. It's about knowing you gave your best. 8. Surround yourself with effort-driven people. Hard work is contagious. Spend time with those who grind, who strive, who don't make excuses. Their discipline will sharpen yours. Their fire will keep yours burning. Hard work is more than just a means to an end. It's a reflection of who you're becoming. Every early morning, every late night, every choice to keep going instead of giving up, it all adds up. Not just in what you accomplish, but in how deeply you begin to believe in yourself. You won't always feel like working. You won't always see instant progress. But if you stay consistent, if you show up anyway, you will wake up one day stronger, braver, and closer than you ever imagined. Let hard work become your compass. Let it guide your belief through every storm. Because in the end, the people who believe the most are the ones who've earned it. After embracing the value of hard work, it's time to explore another crucial force, one that helps your belief endure and flourish, even in the face of upheaval: the power of adaptability. Life never stays still, and those who succeed in the long run are not the ones who resist change, but the ones who embrace it, adjust to it, and grow stronger because of it. Adaptability is the secret that transforms belief from something fragile into something unstoppable. Have you noticed how rigid people often get left behind? In contrast, those who are flexible, those willing to learn, unlearn, and evolve, often become pioneers, seizing new opportunities where others see only chaos. Orison Swett Martin once said, "The world is always changing, and those who can't adapt will be pushed out of the race." Your faith must be flexible enough to adjust. Adaptability is not passive acceptance. It's proactive transformation. It's about refining your strategies, opening yourself to new possibilities, and finding creative ways to move forward when the old ways no longer serve you. In today's world, where technology shifts rapidly, industries evolve overnight, and global events ripple across continents in seconds, adaptability isn't just helpful, it's essential. The careers we once dreamed of may no longer exist in a decade. Skills that once secured our futures can now be automated or outsourced. But here's the good news. Adaptability puts the power back in your hands. It allows you to bend without breaking, to pivot without fear, and to reinvent yourself when necessary. It ensures your belief doesn't fade under pressure, but instead becomes sharper, clearer, and more grounded. Think of someone who lost their job during a crisis, but instead of collapsing, they learned a new skill, started an online business, and found success in an unexpected field. That's adaptability in action. It's not just about reacting. It's about rewriting your story with purpose. So how do you develop this vital power? Adopt an open mindset. Be willing to explore new ideas and perspectives. Growth begins the moment you let go of "this is how I've always done it." Pursue knowledge intentionally. Don't wait for change to force your hand. Stay ahead by learning continuously, especially in areas shaping the future. Embrace uncertainty. Instead of fearing the unknown, approach it with curiosity. What you see as risk might just be a hidden opportunity. Become a creative problem solver. When the path shifts, don't panic, improvise. Find new routes forward. The skill of adaptability lies in solution-focused thinking. Learn from setbacks. Every failure holds a lesson. Reflect, adjust, and rise wiser than before. Build mental resilience. Life will knock you down. What matters is how quickly and confidently you rise again. Resilience feeds belief. Stay optimistic. A positive attitude transforms how you perceive change. It helps you stay grounded when everything else is shifting. Surround yourself with growth-minded people. Their flexibility and courage will inspire yours. Together, you evolve faster. Adaptability in the modern world isn't just about surviving change. It's about mastering it. In a time of AI revolutions, climate shifts, remote work, and social evolution, your ability to adapt isn't just a soft skill. It's a superpower. But remember, adapting doesn't mean abandoning your values. It means staying true to your core while upgrading your methods. It's learning how to thrive in any environment, not by chance, but by choice. The power of adaptability ensures your belief doesn't crack under pressure. It stretches, adjusts, and holds firm. It turns fear into curiosity, doubt into determination, and chaos into clarity. Let adaptability be your compass in a shifting world. When change becomes your ally, nothing can hold you back. Once your adaptability has been developed, you'll begin to realize something important. There is an external factor that deeply influences your beliefs: the power of your environment. Your environment isn't just the physical space where you live or work. It's also the people you spend your time with, the information you consume, and the values, habits, and energy that surround you every day. A supportive environment can nourish your belief and give it wings. But a toxic environment? It can silently erode your confidence, drain your motivation, and slowly wear down your dreams. Think about it for a moment. Isn't it hard to stay focused or motivated when your surroundings are chaotic, full of noise and distraction? Or worse, when you're surrounded by negative people who constantly complain, doubt, or criticize? On the flip side, being in a positive and empowering environment can lift you up, help you stay on track, and reinforce your inner belief, especially during challenging times. As Orison Swett Martin once said, "Your environment can be your best friend or your worst enemy. Choose it wisely." Environment influences you in subtle but powerful ways, shaping your thoughts, your emotions, and ultimately, your actions. If you want your belief to grow strong and steady, you need to intentionally design an environment that supports that growth. So how do you harness the power of your environment to nourish your belief? Optimize your physical space. Workspace. Keep it clean, uncluttered, and well lit. A tidy space can help clear your mind and improve focus. Even a small plant, a candle, or a quote on the wall can create a sense of calm and purpose. Living space. Create a space that relaxes and inspires you. Remove distractions and bring in things that make you feel safe, motivated, and clear-headed. Your home should recharge your energy, not drain it. Choose your people carefully. Surround yourself with positive people. Connect with those who are optimistic, disciplined, and driven. People who believe in growth, purpose, and possibility. Their energy can be contagious. And when your belief wavers, they'll remind you of who you really are. Limit exposure to negativity. Stay away from those who constantly complain, gossip, or bring others down. If someone drains your energy, it's okay to step back. You're protecting your belief and your future. Control the information you consume. Feed your mind with inspiration. Read books that uplift you. Listen to empowering podcasts. Watch videos or talks that spark your imagination. Subscribe to content that fuels your vision, not fears. Cut the noise. Reduce time on social media, especially if it triggers comparison, anxiety, or doubt. Be mindful of the news you follow. Not everything deserves your attention or your energy. Engage with supportive communities. Find groups where people share your values, your goals, or your passion for growth. Whether it's a study group, a mastermind, or a creative circle, the right community can provide accountability, encouragement, and a sense of belonging. Seek mentors who light the way. A mentor is someone who has walked the path before you, someone whose perspective can guide you, whose belief in you can help shape your own. The right mentor doesn't just teach, they inspire. They show you what's possible. Create environmental signals that reinforce belief. Place daily reminders where you'll see them. A quote on your mirror, a vision board in your room, or a phrase on your phone's lock screen. These simple visual cues can realign your thoughts, especially when you're feeling off course. The power of your environment isn't just about where you are. It's about what surrounds you and who surrounds you. It's about the energy that flows into your space, the voices you hear most often, and the influences you allow into your mind. If belief is the seed of change, then your environment is the soil. And just like a plant, belief needs the right conditions to grow: sunlight, space, and care. So give your belief what it needs. Protect it, feed it, and most of all, place it in an environment where it can stretch, rise, and thrive. Because when your environment supports you, belief becomes unstoppable. And when belief becomes unstoppable, so do you. Once your environment has been optimized, we arrive at a deeper, more internal force that directly shapes your belief: the power of self-image. How you see yourself, how you perceive your abilities, your worth, and your identity determines what you believe you can or cannot do. Your self-image is not just a picture in your mind. It's a mirror of your belief. And when that mirror reflects confidence, capability, and purpose, belief becomes unstoppable. Have you noticed that people with a negative self-image tend to shrink from opportunity? They second-guess themselves, avoid challenges, and hold back their dreams. But those with a strong, positive self-image, they show up differently. They speak with conviction. They take action. They believe they belong in the room, even before they've proven it. Or as in Sweat Martin once said, "You will never rise higher than the image you hold of yourself. So build a great one." That's the truth. Your self-image sets the ceiling for your success. It acts like a self-fulfilling prophecy. If you believe you are capable, you'll act in alignment with that belief. Your results will reinforce it. But if deep down you believe you're not good enough, no achievement will ever feel real, because you'll sabotage it before it grows. So how do we strengthen this powerful inner mirror? How do we build a self-image that reflects strong belief? 1. Identify and challenge limiting core beliefs. Dig deep and bring your internal doubts to the surface. Ask yourself, where did I learn to think this way about myself? Is it even true? Most negative beliefs are old stories that no longer serve you. You are not your past. You are who you choose to become. 2. Focus on your strengths and successes. Make a list. Write down your achievements, big and small. Recall moments when you were proud of yourself, when you showed courage, kindness, or resilience. Revisit the compliments people have given you. These are not accidents. They are proof. 3. Use positive affirmations. Repeat statements that reinforce your worth and ability. Say them out loud, daily. I am smart, capable, and deserving of success. I believe in myself, and I trust my path. Over time, your subconscious begins to accept them as truth. 4. Visualize your ideal self. Every day, take a few moments to close your eyes and see yourself as the person you want to be. See how you walk, speak, solve problems, and succeed. Feel the confidence in your body. The more you visualize, the more you become. 5. Act like the person you want to become. This is the secret. Don't wait. Act now. Even if it feels uncomfortable, start behaving as if you already are that confident, courageous version of yourself. Speak up. Take the lead. Make bold choices. Eventually, what once felt like pretending becomes natural. 6. Take care of your whole self, body, mind, and emotions. When you feel good physically, mentally, and emotionally, your self-image improves. Physical care, eat nourishing foods. Move your body. Get enough rest. Mental growth. Read, learn new skills, challenge your thinking. Emotional health. Practice gratitude. Journal your thoughts. Find healthy ways to handle stress. 7. Remove what weakens your self-image. Step away from people who criticize you or make you feel small. Limit exposure to toxic content online or in real life. And most importantly, be kind to yourself. Speak to yourself like you would to someone you love. 8. Set and achieve small goals. Confidence is built in layers. Every time you reach a goal, even a tiny one, you prove to yourself that you are capable. Those small wins add up. They reshape how you see yourself. And one day, you'll realize the person you dreamed of becoming is already you. Your self-image is the mirror that reflects your belief. Strengthen the mirror, and belief will shine back at you. A positive self-image gives your belief a firm foundation, one that allows you to stand tall, push through fear, and aim higher than ever before. So build that image. Nurture it. Protect it. Because when you start to see yourself differently, the world begins to see you differently too. And when that happens, nothing, truly nothing, is out of reach. As your self-image becomes stronger and your inner belief more rooted, there is one force that can elevate it all, a quiet power that expands everything you already are. That force is gratitude. Gratitude is not just about saying thank you. It's a mindset, a frequency, a way of being that changes how you experience the world around you. It helps you see not what is missing, but what is present. Not what's broken, but what's still beautiful. Not what you fear, but what you trust. When you truly live in gratitude, something shifts. Your belief becomes more than just willpower. It becomes energy. And that energy draws in abundance, clarity, connection, and peace. Gratitude is not passive. It's powerful. And the more you practice it, the more you begin to realize life isn't happening to you. It's responding to you. Think about it. Those who constantly focus on what they lack, what they didn't get, or what others have, often feel stuck. They see the world through the lens of scarcity, and that lens shapes their choices. But those who lead with gratitude, they shine. They move differently. They trust more. They don't need everything to be perfect to believe that everything is working out. That is the power of a grateful heart. As Orson Swett Martin said, gratitude is the door to abundance. It turns what we have into enough and what we lack into opportunity. Gratitude doesn't just make you feel good. It raises your energy. It aligns you with trust. And when your energy is aligned with abundance, more abundance flows to you. So how do we live in this space? How do we make gratitude a daily tool for amplifying belief and attracting more of what we desire? 1. Start and end your day with gratitude. Each morning, before the world takes over your thoughts, take 5 minutes to reflect on what you're thankful for. And each evening, before sleep, remind yourself of what went right. Write it down if you can, even just 3 things. This simple habit will shift your mind from anxiety to appreciation. 2. Celebrate the small things. Gratitude isn't just for life's biggest moments. Be thankful for the smell of your coffee, the sound of laughter, a warm shower, a moment of silence. These tiny joys, when acknowledged, create waves of belief that life is good, even when it's not perfect. 3. Be grateful for your struggles. This one is harder, but it's where belief grows fastest. Can you look at a challenge and say, thank you? Thank you for the lesson. Thank you for showing me what I'm made of. Gratitude doesn't ignore pain. It gives it purpose. 4. Speak gratitude out loud. Tell people you appreciate them. Say thank you like you mean it. When you speak gratitude into the world, you don't just shift your energy, you uplift theirs too. 5. Change your language. The words you use shape your mindset. Instead of "I have to do this," try "I get to do this." One word, one shift, can move you from burden to blessing. 6. Visualize with gratitude. Close your eyes and imagine receiving what you deeply desire. Now, feel grateful as if it's already yours. This combination of vision and gratitude is powerful. It tells your belief system, this is real. This is possible. 7. Create a gratitude jar. Keep a small jar nearby. Every time something good happens, even something small, write it down and drop it in. When you're feeling low, open the jar and read what's inside. Sometimes, we just need to remember how much has already gone right. 8. Stop comparing. Comparison is the enemy of gratitude. When you're busy measuring your life against someone else's, you stop seeing what's beautiful in your own. Stay focused on your path. Celebrate your journey. Trust your timing. Gratitude is the amplifier of belief. It strengthens your trust in life's process. It helps you move through uncertainty with grace. It keeps your heart open and your energy aligned with growth, not fear. When you live in gratitude, you begin to expect good things. You start to believe that you are supported, and that belief becomes your new normal. So don't wait for life to give you more before you give thanks. Give thanks now, and life will respond. Because gratitude is not just something you feel, it's something you choose. And when you choose it consistently, you unlock a life of richness, peace, and fulfillment, no matter your circumstances. Gratitude is your invitation to abundance. And once you accept it, everything changes. We've walked this journey together, step by step, chapter by chapter, exploring the forces that shape unshakable belief and unlock the extraordinary power within every human being. We began with the idea that belief is the seed, a force that awakens potential. We nurtured that belief in the mind, fueled it with a burning desire, and gave it direction through clear goals. We turned belief into results through action, overcame failure with perseverance, and amplified progress with focus and affirmation. We strengthened it through small wins with the power of completion, made it sustainable with discipline, and adaptable through resilience. We surrounded it with a supportive environment, reflected it in a powerful self-image, and finally, amplified it with gratitude. Now, in this final chapter, we bring it all together. Because when all of these forces combine, they create something greater than the sum of their parts. They form a system of belief, a dynamic, unstoppable engine that can shape a life beyond anything you've imagined. Think of each principle as a vital tool, each one powerful on its own, but together, they create the power of integration, a force so strong, it elevates your belief to a level that no obstacle can shake. It's not just action. It's action fueled by desire, directed by goals, supported by discipline, amplified by gratitude, and rooted in belief. It's not just about knowing these principles. It's about living them. Every day, consistently. As Orson Swett Martin said, there is no limit to what a person can achieve if they believe deeply and act persistently. So how do you fully activate the power of integration in your life? 1. Practice consistently. Turn these principles into daily habits. Transformation doesn't come from occasional inspiration. It comes from daily repetition. Belief becomes real through action, small steps, every day. 2. Reflect and improve. Ask yourself often, where can I grow? What principle do I need most right now? Self-awareness is the key to mastery. Keep refining. Keep adjusting. Keep building. 3. Never stop learning. Your mind is limitless. Read. Ask questions. Seek out mentors. Every new idea is a building block in the foundation of your belief. Knowledge fuels confidence. Confidence fuels belief. 4. Share what you've learned. Teach it. Live it out loud. Inspire others. When you help someone else rise, your own belief grows stronger. You become a mirror of possibility for those around you. 5. Stay rooted in positivity and gratitude. Let optimism be your anchor. Let gratitude be your lens. These two forces keep you steady, even when life gets uncertain. They amplify every other strength you've built. Your life is a work of art, and you are the artist. With belief as your foundation and these integrated powers as your tools, you have everything you need to paint a masterpiece. So don't doubt yourself. Don't shrink. Don't wait for permission. The energy, the opportunity, the strength, it's already within you. And now, you have the tools to shape it, direct it, and multiply it. Start today, not tomorrow, not someday, today. Because each new sunrise is a blank canvas. Each new day is a chance to practice belief, to embody the wisdom you've gathered, to choose growth again and again. And above all else, believe. Believe in your ability to rise. Believe in your power to change. Believe that you are already enough and still capable of so much more. Because here's the truth. You can, because you believe you can. Take a moment to breathe and let everything settle. You've just walked through a journey of belief, resilience, focus, gratitude, and above all, the unlimited power within you. Each page, each sentence wasn't just information. It was a reminder that you are enough, that you are worthy, that you can. If you believe that you can, life won't change from a single chapter, but it will begin to shift the moment you start to act. So, if something in this journey sparked a thought, if even one line spoke to your heart, if you saw a part of yourself in these words, leave a comment. Share what moved you. Click like if this message brought you value. Share this video with someone who may need this reminder today. And don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next chapter. More stories, insights, and moments of clarity that could change the way you live. A small action today can lead to a powerful life tomorrow. And remember this always. You can, because you believe you can.